That's the most significant injury he's had in his career. That same knee has been swelling up here in the postseason. In fact, he had to have it drained before this series started. Phil Jackson said before tonight's game that he wants to watch Malone and see how willing he is to shoot and how his knee has reacted to the action. Doc, you're a doctor. So far, how's he doing?
He's doing pretty well so far. You know, and the key for him, and Phil Jackson was saying it, is how well Malone could move. The reason he's not shooting is his knee.
You went to Marquette Med School as well,
I'm telling you, math and med school.
O'Neal back to Walton, who's become a pretty good three-point shooter this year. Shot clock at 7. O'Neal doesn't get the bounce. Detroit still leads by 1. They have the ball 2.5 to go in the period. Hamilton gets his own rebound. 2 misses. Campbell couldn't get it in with the left hand, and the Lakers come back down. And Bryant had nobody to hand it off to, and now he can't pick it up again.
That was like the park.
Nobody's there. Nobody's home. He would have been whistled the second he touched it, so all he could do is just leave it alone, and the Pistons pick it up on the turnover.
And another turnover for the Lakers.
That's 6 now. Campbell, former Laker. Hamilton, short. Malone fights for the rebound, but Rip gets it back.
Boy, Rip Hamilton is getting great looks at the bucket right now and not making shots.
He's 2 for 6. Now Prince from outside to drain it for 3. Tayshaun Prince, a 4-point Detroit lead with Wallace on the bench.
Some players play well when things go right for them, and then they ride the storm. Tayshaun Prince reminds me of one of those guys right now. He's in a groove right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see Detroit try to look for him a little bit more.
And O'Neal, as he goes through the lane, gets fouled. Back to Tayshaun Prince, whose 2 blocks in the series against Indiana were the 2 vital plays.
Yeah, and then he made a big 3 in Game 6 to basically end any hopes for the Pacers. Tayshaun Prince is starting to play well in this series. In Game 1, I thought he did a great job of taking the ball to the bucket, and right there he's making shots. So Larry Brown needs him to be a great defensive player, number 1, and then when he can knock down shots, that's extra.
O'Neal misses the first of 2. Now you have Corliss Williamson and Lindsey Hunter coming into the game for Detroit. And for the Lakers, they bring Derek Fisher off the bench and sit Gary Payton.
You know, it was a clear advantage in Game 1, Detroit's bench. I thought their bench players came in aggressive, played comfortable, and made things happen. Lindsey Hunter has been a great factor so far for the Detroit Pistons with his ball pressure, not only his scoring.
We talked about it before. The Lakers bench didn't play well. The Lakers had only 4 points from their non-starters. Minute to go in the period. Ben Wallace underneath. Gives it to Williamson. He can't get it to drop.
I tell you. Al, if you're Larry Brown, you're looking at these points that you're giving up right now, and it has to be driving you crazy.
And then he'll be a little crazier because that gives Luke Walton the opportunity to score his first ever points in an NBA Finals.
I like the substitution by Phil Jackson putting in Luke Walton, because Luke Walton's one of those players that makes things happen, and right now you need your other guys to make things happen.
And he makes another thing happen right there. Offensive.
See, they need guys to create plays. Luke Walton is one of those guys that can do that. He's going to come in, he's going to give great energy, he's going to fight guys down on the post. He's bringing energy right now. You can feel it right now in this arena, right when Luke Walton walked on the floor.
And he forced the offensive foul committed there by Williamson. And now Larry Brown, end of quarter switch. He's going to bring in Mike James.
And here's just Luke now running the floor. And again, getting involved, creating shots. He's a great passer. Like you noted, he's improved his three-point play. So good move. Didn't play in the first half or the first game, and already in the first quarter is in this game.
Lakers have it. It'll be a 5-second differential. So James, a good defender, matches up very well with Fisher, and that's why Brown brings him off the bench here for this one possession. Walton 8 on the shot clock. Cross court, Kareem Rush for 3. Well, that's why the Minnesota Timberwolves are at home right now.
Yeah, and that pass was unbelievable from Luke Walton. Again, Luke Walton just created that play out.
Walton and Rush. So the bench has done more in a quarter tonight than it did with 3.5 to go, and a foul here than it did in the entire game. The foul here is on Fisher, and the Lakers had a foul to give. If you don't follow that much basketball, a foul to give means you haven't committed a foul in the last 2 minutes of a quarter. So if it's a non-shooting foul, the other team doesn't go to the free throw line. You get them to eat a little clock. Here's Medvedenko coming into the game, and it's, in effect, a free foul.
In effect, it's a foul to give. That's what I tell people. When they ask me what a foul, you can give a foul, and there's no penalty, you know, and good teams and smart teams use it wisely. I thought right there the Lakers really used theirs wisely.
Taken away, Fisher heaves it up at the end, and that is the end of the first quarter.